Hey guys, this is Dfs Chan coming to you live here on January 17th to talk about tomorrow or tonight's and tomorrow morning's LPL two-game slate. Um, it's a two-game slate, so obviously options are going to be limited, but also it appears that it's going to be a pretty chalky slate compared to just like the one yesterday. So yeah, let's dive in. And I think from now on, I'm gonna do a quick recap, maybe like 1 or 2 minute recap, as to what had happened the night before. And then I think that would kind of help us as to what we may have gotten wrong, and then how that builds upon like previous slates to be able to kind of be more sharp on future slates, as to what I got wrong and what I got right. So I think that kind of helps everybody to understand, whether that was luck or just bad analysis. So last night, they had a two-game slate as well, and it was between RNG versus TT. So as you guys may have heard on my video yesterday, TT Thunder Talk is the worst team in the LPL. So RNG took care of it. They won 17-14 in the first game. So it looks closer, but it actually was not. And then 16-12 as well. I mean, it looked closer, but really wasn't. So, um, I mean, game one was closer than game two, but still, I just feel like RNG still had a lot of control over the game. Maybe there were some here, mistakes that by RNG here and there, but still, I wasn't, I was never afraid that RNG was gonna come back and win the game, because I mean, Xiaohu is playing out of his mind still. Again, this season, he's carrying that team. Ben is doing okay, I think. Like I said, I think I kind of said this at the beginning of the season, that RNG will need some time to gel with Ben and the new top lane. It's a new top laner. I do think he looks. I mean, when you watch him play, he plays aggressively, but um, I just don't know. I mean, I've seen some like LPL videos where Ben is such an introvert and he doesn't really get along with some players, especially when he was at Suning. I mean, he really did not communicate well with his teammates and everything. So I fully expect the same thing. I do think he's a great player, talent wise, but I just feel like he's not the best teammate. So I think there's going to be some learning curve as to how he can play the RNG way rather than, what he likes to do. The second game on the slate, it was anyone's legend AL versus FPX Fun Plus Phoenix. This was actually a surprisingly closer matchup. I thought FPX was gonna just blow it away. But FPX won 10-7 in game one and then 10-8 in game two. So very low scoring game, completely off of what I had calculated and determined based on the stats and metrics. But sometimes that happens. I feel like it was more of a FPX, not trying to make many plays around the map in the early game, and not trying to make many mistakes early game as well. So that kind of puts a damp on their kill upside, and anyone's legends tendencies did not help either. I just feel like whoever plays anyone's legend from now on, I'm just gonna kind of notch down the kill upside, as evidenced by FPX here today. So, but at the end, at the end of the day, I predicted 2-0, 2-0 for both favorites. Boring take, but it ended up working out. Made some money, but in terms of measuring the kill upside, I was wrong about that. But in terms of the match outcome, so that was accurate and that was really good. So let's keep that going. Today's slate is gonna be, like I said, two-game slate. JDG versus LGD. JDG is a big favorite at -425. LPC at 80 carry is out. Now Hope is in. As you guys may know, Hope used to play for EDG. That's, I think, playing in the second game on the slate. I believe that's who he last played for. Let me check it real quick. Yeah, so EDG he played for, and then JDG he joined JDG on December 31st last year. So that is very interesting. And I thought everyone thought that Hope was gonna start right away in the at the beginning of the season, but JDG gave a start to LPC. But now LPC is out because JDG has not been playing well. So Hope is in. I do think it's going to be an upgrade. So we'll see what happens there. And then they're going up against LGD, who's been struggling as well. Shadow has been playing decent. Yeji has been playing decent. So I think this is going to be a closer matchup, but then who knows? I'll look at the metrics here shortly and then kind of figure out whether I agree with the odds or not. And then the second game of the matchup is even more lopsided, Vegas odds wise. EDG Edward Gaming is a huge favorite at minus 1600 over Ultra Prime at plus 750. EDG is starting the same five, including Flandre, who is a regular starter. I think the last game they gave a start to Xiaoshang because maybe I think they were playing maybe Thunder Talk, I believe. Let me see who they played. I think it was supposed to be an easy matchup. That's why they gave a start to Xiaoshang. Yeah, it's not Thunder Talk. So Xiaoshang played decent, 336, 425, both on Gwen. But I like Flandre much better. Obviously, they have a huge team chemistry, really positive team chemistry here amongst these five who have won the Worlds this past year. So EDG is clearly the alpha team and the best team in the LPL, in my opinion, so far, continuing from last year. So I fully expect them to win and to play well, but they're playing against Ultra Prime, who's been playing okay. I don't think they've been as bad as Thunder Talk, but I do think they're a bottom half team. They are starting the exact same starters from last games so far in the season. Crying, everybody thought he was gonna be, he leaves for RNG and he's gonna be a star and on another team without, any other like alpha carries like Xiaohu or other Gala on RNG, but now he's on Ultra Prime. Everybody thought he was gonna be pretty good, or a lot of people thought he was gonna be good, but he's not. He's still the same exact player that he was at RNG, who's more of a utility support mid laner who likes to help other laners to get ahead. And with the talent that they have on Ultra Prime, I don't think that's a good fit. So we'll see what happens there. And Hacker used to be really good, but not anymore. He's not in good form. And Elk, I think he's probably been the best player for Ultra Prime so far in the season. But I don't think he's been playing spectacularly. So I do think Ultra Prime has been playing okay. They've been in mediocre form. So we'll see where that leads us. And I'll look at the metrics to see if I agree with the odds again. All right, let's look at LGD versus JDG. I'm gonna see here. Okay, LGD, JDG. It appears I'm gonna take some notes as well so I can, play as well later. Looks like jungle control percentage. Let's see how many games each. Okay, 5 games total, respectively. 1 and 4, both teams. So they both had a really bad start to the season, but let's see who was even worse between them two. So jungle control percentage, LGD has been up. I'd say LGD. I'm gonna make some notes here, like I said. So excuse me. LGD versus JDG is a favorite. So JDG versus LGD, I'll put them first. But LGD has a jungle control percentage advantage at 2.9%. Looks like JDG actually had a better lane control percentage. JDG lane advantage. What is it? 1.7%. Then it looks like Bear Nashor LGD has up on Dragon as well. Gold spent LGD as well. Yeah, so I mean LGD is a decent underdog to take here, I think. Combined kills per minute wise on average. Let's see, JDG is playing slower than LGD. And then divide by 2. All right, what is that equal to? It's a good question, right? 0.98. That's pretty fast. Damn fast. Wow. So I do think this is going to be a bloody matchup. And I'm going to have to kind of look at some footage of LGD to see if they're actually pretty good team, because the metrics are telling me that they're pretty good. And let's see who they've played so far. Maybe I can click on here. I've actually never done this. Maybe it'll tell me if they played certain team. Okay, yeah, it does. So that's perfect. So yeah, they won the first game against anyone's legend. So I was like, yeah, I'm on the LGD train. You know, they're gonna be pretty decent this season, this split. But then they dropped the last 2 of that series against anyone's legend and lost the series, and then they lost against FPX 0-2. They got swept. FPX is a good team, so I'm not hugely worried about that. I do think anyone's legend is decent. So just going up against JDG, that's a good matchup. I think LGD can definitely pull it off here. So that's surprising with the odds. Let's see who JDG has played so far. JDG has played against EDG, so that's obviously EDG's elite. So that's let's throw that away. And then against RNG, they won 1 game against RNG, so that's pretty impressive. RNG being pretty good. But I don't think RNG is like as elite as EDG is, like I said. Yeah, I mean, I do think JDG is okay. I do think it's an improvement that they're starting Hope. And obviously Kanavi is really good, and he's probably better than Shadow. Shadow's not a, pushover either. So yeah, it's interesting. I think LGD is definitely a live dog. It's a live dog. Maybe JDG wins. I think it's a toss up. So I'll look at some. I'll come up with the match prediction at the end of this video. And then UP versus EDG. EDG is a favorite, so I'll put EDG, UP. So EDG and Ultra Prime. I mean, I fully expect EDG's metrics to be more dominant. EDG jungle control percentage, advantage of 13.7%. Wow. And lane control percentage, actually Ultra Prime leads that by a slight margin. So it's minimal. And then Baron Nashor, Dragon, First Blood, they're all favoring EDG, Goldspin as well. Yeah, let's just look at CKPM because I think EDG is gonna win here. 1.09. They've been playing faster this season compared to last season. So let's look at that. 1.909 plus 0.96 divided by 2. Wow. 1.03. So both games are supposed to be really fast today. That's going to be so amazing, fun to watch. But the real question is if LGD has a chance, right? Because I think prediction EDG wins 2-0. Yeah, I think EDG wins because let's look at how Ultra Prime matches up amongst all LPL teams on the jungle control percentage. Yeah, they played 5 games. EDG played 4 games because they won both series. All right, Ultra Prime, 43.9% jungle control percentage. That is one of the worst. Bottom 3 here. And then let me look at the gold spin percentage. Yeah, I think Ultra Prime is pretty bad. So EDG wins 2-0. So if I were you, I would play EDG, JDG and then EDG or LGD. Obviously, you can mix it up, or JDG, EDG, or LGD, EDG, obviously. I don't think I'm gonna play any Ultra Prime, just given the narratives and prediction. Let me look at JDG versus LGD and make a prediction there, okay? I will make a final prediction on that because I think right now where I'm at is like, I think it's a toss up. I don't think JDG is gonna, I don't agree with those odds. 425, geez. So I just want to see how they line up here. JDG is here, jungle control percentage in the bottom half. And then they're playing against LGD, who's pretty good. So and then I want to see who they play against again. LGD played against anyone's legend. Anyone's legend is down here, so that's not impressive for LGD. And then they play against FPX, who has the best jungle control percentage. So throw that away. Anyone's legend should have won, I think, but. All right, JDG play against EDG. EDG has a second jungle control percentage, and then RNG. Oh, wow, okay. So they're not that great. And JDG lost to them. Let me look at the roster one more time. Kanavi over Shadow. Yagao over Yeji, I think. Hope, Eric. I think they're about the same. Missing Jinjo, 369. He's been pretty bad, I think. Fairness. Yeah, I do think LGD can pull this off. Yeah, that's a good question. I think LGD can pull it off. So I think I think I'm gonna do is probably play just, out of caution, play EDG, JDG, and cash, and then maybe play EDG, LGD, and GPP or something. So anyway, so yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. And in terms of kill upside, like I said, both matches are supposed to be really high. Maybe JD for cash and then LGD for GPP. LGD is definitely a live dog. Yes. All right, so this is all I got. Like I said, combined kills per minute is very similar. I do think, just based on the stats, EDG Ultra Prime game is supposed to have, more bloodiness compared to JDG LGD. But there is a caveat because, like I said, EDG is having Flandre back in the lineup, and then JDG is starting Hope instead of LPC. So I don't know if that's going to increase the kill upside. So let's actually look at that and see, I think I can kind of figure that out. So JDG had been starting, like I said, LPC, but he's being replaced by Hope. And 68.6%. LPC has been playing decent for that team, actually, it looks like. Damage. 26.0% of their damage here and on that team. And 427 damage per minute. Earned gold minute, 257. Gold percentage for that team as he's the second. So yeah, I think LPC has been playing okay. So I don't think it's gonna be a huge upgrade. In terms of kill upside, I think I definitely prefer Hope over LPC. So I do think it'll help him a little bit, but I do still think LGD is a live dog. So anyway, so yeah, that's all I got. If you guys have any questions, please let me know on Discord or on Twitter. And if you guys like the video, please hit the like button here, or subscribe to our channel, True DFS. If you guys want to try out and ask me some questions privately, True DFS is where I am affiliated with. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. Thank you.